Okay, everybody, I am going to do what I have been excited to do for a while. I'm going to open a box here of Series 2, and we will see exactly what's inside these. I'm fresh off my return from the third series PSA send-off, and have to say was very pleased with the returns on that. So I will file those away for safekeeping and just kind of hopefully, watch those things, mature, just like, just a fun investment in the bank. It's certainly a lot more fun to have visual things like this that are small and not bulky things that are tough for storage, but, fill a lot of little kind of interests, at least, right? Things that I've enjoyed to have. So I'm going to open up one of these, and I've kind of pinpointed which one I think I'm going to crack open. I think I've decided to go with this one. So who knows which one has been, right, maybe stored inside some sort of proper storage facility. Was one inside or outside? More than not over these past 50 years or whatever, the 45 years. But, we just have to take a crack at it. And I'm going to for the sake of fun and collecting and everything else. So anybody who has not really seen the inside of these things, I'm going to right now. So without further ado, I'm going to try to make this a much quicker video too. Like 45 minutes. So I might even have some little kind of call outs of when to go where if you're looking for certain things, just to speed stuff up. But anyway, I'll put this guy aside for probably, really never opening that. I've got a set that I'm just never going to touch. So here we go. We will slice into it. BBCE sealed, certified, and loving the comments that I'm getting on some of these other videos talking about, there is quite the collection of folks out there that have really done their homework, and like Ryan commented, and knew a whole bunch of statistics behind, the return rate of, as of a year ago, the percentages of things that, as far as tens, and how it's like less than 10%, and then it's even gotten harder to get tens on certain things as the year has gone on. So definitely taking that into account. We've got Jack made a comment about how it's oh, I'm sorry, I'll get to my comments later. Look at those beauties. Holy cow, man. So another thought is, if it was really about the making of the money, you could send these in for wax pack seals, right? Get them PSA just for the wax packs, and you could get a little pretty penny for those just as they sit, just like this. But Jack was talking about, at least his comment, which I appreciated. I love all the insight from you guys. Have been doing this certainly a lot longer than I, about how, the Series 1 and Series 2, the print quality, and you can understand it was the 70s, and even though it was tops, right, I guess they weren't just really focused on print quality and everything else. They were just spitting these babies out, and the centering is lackluster from what I understand. So here they are. Let's just see how they turn out. Look at these guys. So I'm hoping that the gum inside here hasn't caused too much damage. The wax on the card that is on the face here can be taken off. I did do that, and I got the returns back on some of these cards, and look, nothing was scored, had nothing less than a 7 if you've watched that video. So definitely pleased about that. Look at this one, Luke in disguise, straight out the gate. What a pretty card. Let's just check the back here. Oh yeah, look at that gum mark on that guy. So what is this? Is this the sticker? It is the sticker, and wow, if that isn't off center, but that's that famous, you know, card where they're having the X-Wing and TIE Fighter battle there. And PJ, I got you on the wrappers. I will send you those. So looking at this first card, and I'm really gonna try not to sit here and just dwell over every little thing, but just for the first pack, right? This is just a feast for the eyes at this moment. It is a little off center, but that's not terrible. There is some kind of bending here at the top. Once again, it's the first card in the pack. I'm gonna separate the stickers and then some of the other cards, so definitely off center here. 3PO's Desert Trek. And since I've done so many of these sapphire, you know, packs and boxes, that's pretty decently centered right there. You know, I see so many of these, you know, in the world of the sapphire cards. It's fun to see them now. That's nice and centered. There we go. So that corner has a little bit of just bending. Look at this guy. Oh my goodness gracious. Look at that. Can y'all see that crease? Just absolutely right. That is unbelievable. So that must have been done in the manufacturing, because this pack can't have, you know, unbent cards on the top and bottom of it, but then this one in the middle be horribly bent. So that is interesting. Okay, we've got Chewie here. And then we've got R2 on the Rebel starship. All right. So I would say one of the ones that I'm looking for is really the card that has the one where this one's kind of a cutout of, where it says Darth Vader and a, you know, a Death Trooper. It's not a Death Trooper, but it's like just one of his, you know, it's one of his hands. You know what I mean? Okay, so there's the wax buildup, but that's all right. Maybe I'll put the waxy guys off to the side as well, so we'll have just kind of 3 stacks. Stickers. Let's go to the sticker. Yeah, look at that. It's almost like a photograph of what it looked like in the in the pack. Okay, back to the cards here. 3PO, definitely off center. Luke on the Sand Planet. That's a good looking card. Oh, it's got a little bit of corner issue. We've got Rebel Pilot prepares for the raid. Princess Leia observes the battle. And so from opening the, you know, the box of the Series 3, it seems like almost got like 3 complete sets out of a box. It is right there with, seemed like everything had 3 or 4 copies of it. There was 1 or 2 cards that had 5 of it. But that was generally the statistics of it. Okay, looking all right, but it's got the wax on it, but once again, I can get rid of that. All right, got another second one of that one already, and the second one of this one already. Might have even had this, yeah, look at that. So this pack right here is almost a complete duplicate. Okay, may the force be with you, Obi-Wan. It's a little high of center, but, you know, I'd guess probably an 8, something like that. I'll just put that aside there. Okay, Droids to the rescue. Just a classic C3PO. That is a good looking card. That's pretty nice. I'll put that aside. Here's the Tuscan Raider, looking nice. Has these track marks. I noticed that about my sticker cards on the Series 3 box. It has these, and I'm assuming that would just be a major ding if I didn't even send any of those in to get graded, the stickers from the Series 3. But, you know, but it has, look at that, straight off the thing again, Luke in disguise. So you gotta wonder, is this gonna be, I'm gonna open up this and start shoving in these things here, and I will send these to PJ. Okay, got a little piece of gum still stuck on there. I sent the gum to him as well. Of course, he mentioned that he wanted no part of that, and that's understandable. It's a great looking sticker card, but it's got all kinds of issues there. All right, so here's another waxy Luke. Okay. Oh, I love this card. It's a little off center, but does look pretty. I'm gonna put that aside just because it's one of my favorites there. Okay. Oh yeah. So I've got this one in sapphire in gold to 15 that I sent off and got graded and got a 10 back, and that was really happy about that. It's a little low of center. Planning to escape. I also checked the pop reports, the population reports there for this set, and it is crazy low, the amount of 10s that is a great looking card right there too. It is crazy low, the amount of 10s that are in Series 2. And it's consistent exactly with what kind of Jack was saying in his comment, is that, you know, in Series 3, I would say the average of 10s, you know, per card. There's a couple of low ones, maybe 10 or below, but generally speaking, I would say you could find about 30 or 40 10s of each of them. But the, you know, in Series 2, I mean, almost, you know, way majority, I think, were 10 or less of having an actual 10. So, as far as expectations to send some of these guys in and getting 10s back is even lower. But nonetheless, I will give it my best shot. You know what I mean? And I will post it right here. Okay, Solo and Chewie. That's got a little ding mark right there on the corner. We have got honored for their heroism. Okay, it's a little off center. Here we go. R2-D2 and C-3PO, classic pose, a little high of center. So can't expect a 10 certainly on that guy. Just looking for almost any card on what would be, you know, 10 potential. It's a little high. I do love that card. Here we go. This is the kind of the, you know, I've got this, of course, in sapphire plenty of times, and I do like looking at this. It's amazing the photo quality of those sapphires. Just how much more brilliant they are than these cards, right? Even though these have been shielded from light damage and everything else. A little low. All right, we'll keep it going. Try to speed it up here. I'd love to see that. I think it's the last one in the set. That is the Darth Vader, and it's not Rebel Trooper, but it's like, you know, Imperial Trooper or something like that. We'll see it here shortly, I'm sure. Okay, a Mighty Explosion, the old Mighty Explosion. I seem to get this all the time in the Sapphire sets. And this is the waxy card, so I'll put that here. Okay, here we go. Stormtroopers Guard Solo Ship, which I've seen if you ever watched in the Disney Plus stuff. If you look in the Star Wars section, they have got all the kind of the green screen stuff. It's really cool to watch. how they just did it with early, camera tricks and stuff. All right, meeting at the cantina. I remember seeing this is really low and a 10 number. Of course, this is not going to get it either. It's off-center. All right, slightly off-center, Tuscan Raider. But good-looking card. Ooh, this could be pretty good. I don't think it'll be this has got a chance of being just a chance. It is slightly to the right, but corners look good. I don't see any dimpling. The back is, it's got the chance on the back since there's nothing to really check that it is centered. So that's cool. Okay, Chewbacca poses as a prisoner. Keep it moving here. Okay, this one. Waiting in the control room, R2 and C-3PO, off-center, but waxy. Okay, this one is pretty centered. Maybe just a touch low. This is the kind, is that a little, maybe a little surface damage? Maybe. Definitely worth sending in. Could be an 8 or a 9. This is a nice one. All these cards, I'm telling you, I just love seeing them in this old true form, and it's refreshing to see them instead of in the... Here we go. Here's the Darth Vader card. I'm going to put that to the side. This guy right here, it says Lord Vader and a soldier. This is a beauty. That is a good-looking card. I almost just want to sleeve it up right now. But this is what I've been told. This is what PJ was telling me. Because I was sure that this was, this is just so, touched up, airbrushed, as he said here, of this exact scene. And that, so this is a real photo, but man, this just looks so cartoonized. This is pretty good. I would be willing to bet, mark my words here. Let's see, one day we'll find out, but this looks like at least a 9 right here. Let's see if that's it right. Okay, nice and centered that card is. That's a beauty. Moving it, Quizzical 3PO. I noticed this had like 0 10s. There was one in here that had absolutely no one on the planet Earth has ever been able to manage a 10, and there was another one that had 1. And I think it was this Quizzical 3PO card. I'll put that to the side too. Ben Kenobi rescues Luke. That's a good card. Okay, the Tuscan Raider sticker with, you can see there's no mystery where the gum was on the back of that. Oh my gosh. This is another one. This card right here, I got this in gold. Yeah, cracked it on camera. Got this baby, sent it into PSA, and it came back with an 8, and I was just so sick. But it's waxy. I'll put it to the side. I'll have to work on it. Droids to... Oh, look at that. There's another Vader. Vader and a soldier. I just love looking at these things here. It's so cool. Okay. Does it have surface damage? I do see some slight dimpling right up in here. And it is definitely not centered. But look, I'll take an 8 if I can get them. Who knows what that'll be. What a beauty. Okay, haven't seen this one yet. Ben with lightsaber. I've seen it in sapphire, but not in its original form. Honored for their heroism. Okay. R2-D2 and C-3PO. Bent corner right up there. If you can see that, that's all right. Okay. The droids try to rescue Luke. Oh, that's got a, I don't know if you can see that, but it seems to have a crease right down the center, unless that's just the shading of the actual card. I don't know. I might let the graders decide what exactly that is. I would love it if anybody knows, if anybody has ever sent in any cards that have these tracks on here. It just seems like all these sticker cards that I have, now a few, they all have this track going down them. Oh yeah. What a great classic card this is. Get this out of the way here. Tuscan Raider. I don't know why I'm even looking for the gum stain anymore. High of center and waxy. But I'm telling you, most of these corners, it's just crazy to see these corners looking as pretty as they are. Luke in disguise. High of center to the right. This is high. So I take it these will pull at best like a 7, maybe an 8 or something like that. I mean, I don't think they'll take straight up 3 points for being, you know, horribly off center. This one looks pretty good. Yep, it's a little low. It's a little low. Love the card though. 3PO fools the guards. Left of center. What is this? Imperials burn through the ship. Little low. Okay, this one looks nice and centered. Oh, got a big old kind of cardboard whelp on there. If you can see it with the glare, I'm trying to put the glare right on it. Right in there. Cool. Okay. Quizzical 3PO. This looks good. It's, you know, got the waxy, but I would say it's, you know, maybe it's a little low. If the little Star Wars kind of burst is about to clip off the bottom, I guess that kind of lets you know that it's a little low. All right, we got Ben Kenobi rescues Luke here, a little left. Mighty explosion. Maybe this is a little bit different picture. I don't recall there being a guy right there, at least in the sapphire ones. It's a good looking card. This looks pretty centered. That looks pretty nice. Okay, here's Luke destroys the Imperial ship. Very cool. Okay, meeting at the cantina. This is one that has a really, really low 10 count. And this is not going to be one of them. Just because it's got a little bubbling up of there. And it's an off-center on the back as well. Okay, we got a classic Tuscan Raider. Up and to the right a touch. So, and then we've got C-3PO. Major track marks. Just, if you guys can see that, it's just going right across his chest. Okay. Try not to tear these too much. Of course, I don't think BJ needs too many of them in perfect shape. I mean, enough's enough, right? Little right. Waxy. Okay. Where has R2-D2 gone? A little low, a little right. But yeah, I mean, you know, compared to, oh, this could, a little bit of corner damage. Just a little bit imperfect there. Otherwise, really nice looking card. Compared to Sapphire, right, where these days, even though it's still tops, of course, they've had a lot more practice. They are much more centered. I mean, more than not, they are centered. Way more than not. Aboard the Millennium Falcon. We've got Rebel pilot prepares for the raid. Okay. We've got, this is definitely to the right. Princess Leia observes the battle. Hiding in the Millennium Falcon. We've got at least 3 of those at this point. And then here's the Millennium Falcon. Okay, I'm going to try, I would say we've seen most of the cards already, if not, and so I'm going to try and go a little bit faster. That is a good looking card. Got a little bit of something going down here, if that's just, the actual slicer made that kind of an issue. We have got, that's looking pretty all right. I'll, of course, file through these things many times, making different levels of what I think is send in a bolt. This is the 4th one of this card. Here we go. This is at least the 3rd, maybe the 4th one of this one. It is to the right a little bit, but probably an 8. Something like that, unless things get even tougher. This is a good looking card, a little bit high. The back looks pretty good. Okay, honoring the victors. This is one that had, I want to say, low number of 10s as well. This is not going to be one of them. Off center. It's another Millennium Falcon. Okay, I see we've been, on tape for about 26 minutes. I want to try to pick up the pace here. Get rid of that gum. Get rid of the sticker on the back, which is chewy. Okay, what do we got? Little left of center. Okay, here's R2-D2. That's a good looking card. That guy, ooh. No? Is that anything on the corner? Maybe just a little something, but that's pretty good looking. Compared to the first one, I haven't seen this card yet. Sighting R2-D2 to the right. Okay, so there's still a few cards out there that we haven't seen. Ben hides behind the Imperial Stormtroopers. Hides from them. Okay. Yeah, this is one of those. This major green screen. I remember seeing this in that Disney Plus show. C-3PO and Luke to the right. Luke on the Sand Planet. Off center to the left. So most of them are looking good, right? But there is definitely the off center issue. They are plagued with that. Okay, this one had the gum fully unbroken. We got the sticker of Obi-Wan. Okay, what do we got in this pack here? We've got Ben turns the tractor beam. A daring rescue to the right. This is off center to the right. Looks like most of this pack. Nope, got some differences here. Stormtroopers attack our heroes. The Wookiee Chewbacca, a little high. Okay, there's another Lord Vader and a soldier, but it's off center to the right. A little bit of a corner issue. Probably should send them all in though, right? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. I haven't seen too many like straight up Vader kind of cards in this one. This is probably the one that is the Vader card, the marquee one, I would guess. So, right, I'm going to kind of keep an eye out. I don't know if I've even seen very many other ones, period, that have Vader in them. Oh, the whole piece of gum there. Okay. Luke getting beat down. Okay, that is nice and centered right there. It's waxy, but that's probably what you want to see as far as a centered card. It's good looking. Okay. The droids wait for Luke. Definitely to the left here. Okay, another good Princess Leia, only the second one of these that I've seen. And that is looking pretty okay. The Imprisoned Princess Leia. I'll put that over there too. Okay. All right. Maybe a little high, but that's got some potential too. What a beauty. What a beauty. How does that compare to a couple of these other standalone C-3POs? Here's pretty much the same pose, except definitely different background. Anyway, okay, we've got this classic Chewie, Roar of the Wookiee. Okay, this pack has got some pretty squared away stuff here. That's not terrible either, slightly. I haven't seen this card yet either. It's the first one of these. This is barely off center. I'm putting a lot of these in my kind of good stack, I'm finding. So that's a good solid pack. Let's see if the worm will turn here a little bit. Advance of the Tuscan Raider. It's more on the regular card. Okay, I'm working on 30 minutes. I'm personally heading to a movie tonight. I'm going to go see Smile, taking my son and daughter with me. So I only have about 25 minutes anyway to get to it. Man, I wish these stickers were didn't have the gum stain on it. Okay, that's off center. Okay, this guy's off center. Okay, this is cool. Meeting at the cantina. Pretty centered. See a couple little kind of bumps in here. I mean, I would just maybe breathe on that and try to get some of that off, but it's got a little bit of surface damage. I like that though. Okay, here's another Luke. Haven't seen this one in a while. Good looking. Good looking card. Gosh dang, that's nice. Okay. I love this pack. It's a little off center. Planning the escape. Off center. Honoring the victors. Off center. Moving in. Each one of these, right? I mean, it is crazy. I am kind of a little bit nuts for opening these boxes here. I am making sure I have one, keeping it sealed as an investment. Once again, as I break these and turn them into PSA cards, and then I'm keeping them preserved too eventually. It's a little bit of a gamble though. If I get just a horrible box, that it might be kind of a wasted thing, but I'm planning on putting them aside. But part of it is that I was hoping to see something like this out there on in YouTube. And I guess I'm just kind of taking it upon me to kind of spend a couple dollars and see this sort of stuff on my own, doing it myself. So hopefully you can appreciate that, right? Let me be the ding dong who's doing it. Now this is a good looking card. This is nice and centered. I mean, I would say a millimeter from the top from being centered, but that is a good looking card. Too bad the actual subject matter is not the most amazing, right? This is good looking, the quizzical C-3PO. I'll put that in the good stack as well. Notice I'm putting a lot more in the good stack just because I'm starting to see a few more centered. This is a little off center, and here's my stained sticker. Okay. I always enjoy after this too, put them all in sleeves, spending time, putting them in order, getting my kind of complete set, see if I can get more than one. That's a good looking one. It's waxy. I will wipe that wax off with a gentle hand, paying attention to what I'm doing. A little off center. Planning the escape off center. Okay, good looking. Nice, almost centered. Droids wait for Luke. Okay, another Princess Leia off center. Okay, C-3PO definitely off center. Sticker. Oops. Stained. Per usual. Okay, what do we got here? This is a great card. You know, if we can get this non-waxy and centered, then that's a winner of a card. But that is waxy and off-center. I can do something with the wax, not the off-center. Okay, I have not seen this card yet. Interrogated by stormtroopers, and that is in good shape. Maybe a touch low, but goodness gracious, that's a pretty guy. This is nice and centered. Threatened by sand people. Might have to put that there. Okay, Luke's uncle and aunt. This pack I haven't really seen before, so maybe this was like the second card I ever saw. Look, now maybe these corners all have something kind of going on with them. But maybe, I don't know. I feel like that corner does have something. This one has some surface damage. A bunch of little kind of nipples on it, if you will. Glad I keep doing that to the dropping the stickers instead of the other cards and getting corner damage. Lots of just stuff here. Okay. I'm at 37 minutes. I'm definitely trying to hustle. Okay. Ben Kenobi rescues Luke. Waxy. A mighty explosion. I mean, right? I have 7 of these. Okay. That's good looking. Nice and centered. That's a good looking card. Okay, here's another in the cantina. It's pretty. Okay. Slightly off center. I want to get one of these that's nice and centered here. Luke. Or sorry, that was Chewie with. Okay. I think this is almost like the card number 2 in series 1. It's real close to it. Planning the escape. Waxy, but really nice looking. Honors the victors. Waiting in the control room looks nice. All right. This looks nice. Waiting in the... Okay, so what do we got here? Come on. It's a little off center. It's all right. Okay. A little high. Still so fun to crack into these things. The Roar of the Wookiee, a little high. So I've got my eye on a 4th series. I do have already 2 5th series boxes. In the ultimate one day, I would love to crack into a number 1. Okay, what do we got here? Come on, baby. It's a little off center again, but I want one of these. Chewie and Han, definitely off center. Okay, this guy, slightly off center, but I haven't seen this one, I don't think, yet. This is definitely centered. That's a good looking centered card right there. And to my eye, that's centered. If I had to go somewhere, maybe a little low. Okay, here we go. Darth Vader strangles a rebel. This is the other probably Vader card. It's low numbers, right? Starting from 66 is the first set. This is card number 75, so this is still in the single digits of this set, and that's a pretty nice and centered card. Here's another one of these. That looks nice. Oh, it's got a little issue right there. Putting it into that stack. I don't know, I might have to, I don't want to dishonor these cards or anything, but I've got about probably 10 minutes before I need to leave to the movie, but that's okay. I will just finish recording, but the light will, of course, be gone from outside here, so it makes no difference. That's waxy, but a very good-looking card, the bin card. Okay, a little low. Oh, yeah, I would love... Oh, this looks beautiful. Oh, this looks beautiful. Look at that. Right? Does this not have potential? Is that a little corner damage? I don't think so. What does it look like on the back? Ah, it is off center on the back. But, goodness gracious, that's a beauty on the front. Yeah, that's off center on the back. Beauty on the front. Okay, off center. A message from Princess Leia, off center. I don't know if I've seen too many of these either. Okay. Okay, here's another Princess Leia, but it's the waxy guy. A little left. I'll have to make another stack of... Yeah. Still, love that card. Okay. Not absolutely perfect. Roar of the Wookiee. A little high. Okay, come on, baby. What do you think? It's definitely to the right. Definitely to the right. Okay. Interrogated by stormtroopers. A little to the right again. Threatened by sand people. A little to the right. I love that sticker. Stained. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Look at that. It's waxy, but I'm telling you, like a true surgeon, I could get rid of that. That is a beauty. Let's see what the back is. No! Man. It'll be another one of those 9s, probably, something like that. And, you know, it'd be great. So it'd probably be an 8, you know what I mean? But why can't it be one of those that just kind of has a rando back on it? Okay, here's another one of these. I'm telling you, I have at least 5 of these guys. It's a cool card. Planning the escape. Honoring the victors. Waiting in the control room. That's a good looking centered card. The droid waits for Luke. Decent on the back. Sticker. Okay, we got Luke hiding from the stormtroopers again. It's a little creeper, little Ben. Okay, there's another one here. This guy to the right. I do love these cards. I'm gonna have to find my way. I'm just gonna have to find my way into a box of Series 1. Wish I could just write it off. Right? Don't we all wish we could just write this stuff off? To the right, it's good looking. Stormtroopers blast the rebels though. Okay, come on, give me one of these. I don't know. That could be good. Ooh. That's not as bad as at least the other ones. That's got definite 9 potential. That's for sure. I like it. And then we've got this one and that one. Both of these are good looking cards. Let's see. I'm gonna pause this for 1 second. I might have to get it, but I might even just pause this. You know, it's gonna be instant for you guys, but I've got 10 packs left. This might be a good time to just pause it, but I'll be back in an instant with you guys in just a second, okay? It's gonna be dark here in just a second. All right, it is the next day, and I just got back from the movie, and it was just too late. I was too tired and the whole thing, and but anyway, so I'm going to get these last 10 packs. I've got a refreshed view at it all here. I happened to notice today, I was looking at YouTube as always. Here's a nice bin. And Prop Store, if y'all are familiar with Prop Store, it is a, oh man, what is that? Man, they absolutely got, see, that's got a blemish right there on the face rather than just wax or something, but that's actually dinged. Prop Store has some amazing movie memorabilia. And oh, there's nice. Oh, that's a great looking card. That corner's got it a little bit right here. And that little spot has it as well. And they've got actual screen matched episode 4 Darth Vader gloves that are going up for sale. I can only imagine how many tens, if not 100,000 pounds, it's held in the UK, that something like that would go for. It's a nice looking one. Put that to the side. Okay, this is a decent pack here. This corner seemed to have gotten it a little bit. A little bit of corner damage, but otherwise, good looking card. Get rid of this sticker in the back. Don't even need to see the misery that is the gum problem. All right. And my daughter couldn't end up making it to the movie last night because her ride did not get back in time, so she was fairly bummed about that. We went and saw like I said earlier, the movie Smile. It's pretty spooky. It's got some, like my son was saying, it has some vibes of different other shows that are, you know, what isn't influential on these directors these days, but there's a little bit of The Ring, some Hereditary in there. This is a little low of center. Put that over there. All right. I feel like I've been lucky with a lot of the name one, the 2 Darth Vader ones, which that's what I was going to say, is they showed some illustrations of when the gloves were screen used at the Prop Store thing, that the auction, it's like November 6th and 7th. That's a good looking card. It's just got wax, but I can, like I said, I can get rid of that. And they showed the 2 pictures that are on these cards in this set, both when he's choking the general, you know, one of the Republic guys, as well as when he's just standing there talking to Leia. But see right there, look at that. See that? It's like a little bubble right there, so that's an imperfection. We have got, okay, that's nice and centered. This has some damage down here too. Wonder if this corner, here's another Darth Vader. This is the one that's airbrushed. So I guess there's 3 maybe Vader cards in this set. Lord Vader and a soldier. A little bit of just kind of rippling in the corner, but still love that card. It's so cool. Looking at it with fresh eyes from being a day later. Okay. Luke on the Sand Planet. Okay, off center, the Rebel Fleet. We've got a quizzical 3PO. Ben. I truly wonder if you guys could, honestly, just somebody comment. What do you think those stickers will return, right? I mean, decently centered Ben, right? Let's see, does it have, yes, it has that tracking right across his eyes. Just right across his eyes. But it's centered, but on the back, how's that? I mean, honestly, is that going to knock it down to like a 6? Okay, quizzical 3PO, definitely got some corner damage. This pack seemed to have some of those issues here. I think I've been turning these the wrong direction lately. Spin these that way. Okay. Come on, show me some clean corners and some Darth Vaders. And some Lukes. Okay, honored for their heroism. Okay, these corners look like they're back on point. Let's just get the centering back on track as well. Okay, that looks nice and centered. A little to the right. Pretty nice. That next corner got it pretty bad. Look at this. You see that? It's like totally the red has been skinned off of that guy. Okay, Han and Luke. Han and Chewie. Looking nice. We've got C-3PO standing alone, posing for the camera. A couple small little dimples. Here's a Ben with the lightsaber. Okay, that's got some potential here. Let's just bend that back down again. And she is looking really nice. Okay. Okay. But that prop store stuff, they have some really cool, they got some lightsabers, some screen matched things. It's really cool stuff. That is, okay, that corner's got it, but that's okay. What do we got here? We got the droids on Tatooine. Got, what is that? A little bit of scuffage. Okay, 3PO fools the guards. Imperial soldiers burn through the starship off center. Millennium Falcon off center. Rebels prepare for the big fight. And then Solo and Chewie, that's pretty centered. That's a little low. Solo and Chewie prepare to leave Luke. Luke is just getting beat. He's just getting absolute beat by those Tuscan Raiders. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? Let me get rid of this sticker in the back, nice and centered. Big old crease. Luke's uncle and aunt. A little off center. C-3PO. Desert Trek. Great looking quality. A little low. Okay. Ooh. A little low. Weapons of the Death Star. I've seen this in Sapphire. Somebody has it on a 1 of 1. I actually sent him an offer, but man, it's such a pricey thing. Maybe those 1 of 1s will come down here at some point, but People are asking thousands for those things. Stormtroopers attack our heroes. A little to the right. And we've got the Wookiee Chewbacca. Great looking card. Okay, just a few packs left. Thanks for hanging into this. We've got another one. They seem to like, I want to say this is the third Luke in Stormtrooper gear that is on the waxy front. And man, it seemed to catch a little corner, huh? Luke in disguise, card 125. Okay, the droids on Tatooine. A little to the right. 3P, okay. It's looking pretty nice and centered. I mean, if... I don't want to sit here and scrutinize on film here necessarily. Imperial soldiers. It's very repetitious, this pack. This is very similar to the 2 packs that I opened of Series 1 that were like the exact minus 1 card. They were exactly the same. That's a good looking card right there. Looking for corner issues, just a touch. That's definitely a repeat pack. I feel like those were maybe just kind of right absolutely behind each other. Okay. We've got waxy front with the big explosion. We've got stormtroopers. A little to the right. It's a great looking card. Here we go. Come on. Just a touch to the right. Not bad. I mean, I would say this is a slew of 8s. You know what I mean? Those 9s and 10s definitely are elusive. I can only imagine cracking into a very, very expensive Series 1 and, you know, getting some off-centered guys and just feeling sick, but it would sure be fun. I'd like to say that I will do it at some point. Call me crazy, I already know I am. Han and Chewie. Okay. Chewbacca poses as a prisoner. And then another C-3PO. Let me get 1 or 2. Pressing my luck, just another Darth Vader. Let's see. We've got Stormtroopers attack off center. We've got the Wookiee Chewbacca a little high. Okay. A little to the right, but that's a great looking card. It's a good pack. Come on. What do we got right here? Darth Vader and a soldier. How are we looking on this? It's got some... Okay, it looks like that stuff's going to come off. But a little to the right. Quizzical 3PO. Ben Kenobi rescues Luke. Okay, that's pretty good and centered, I have to say. That is centered, maybe a touch low. There's always something, you know what I mean? But then you check those corners, and then you check for the back, and it's one of those. I don't know. We'll see. 2 packs left from 1977. Series 2. What do we got with our last 2 packs? Okay. Off to the right. Threatened by sand people. That looks very nice. That looks really nice. And then we've got Luke's uncle and aunt. Very good. Oh, that's nice and centered right there. A little low, maybe, just to be particular. Another one. This pack was decent. These last two, I don't recall actually the Daring Rescue. Kind of don't even recall getting that. For my last pack, and then I will cut away and come back and probably give a little bit more of a consensus. I'll go through this for the next maybe day or tonight or something like that, and I'll come through with my last kind of what I will actually send off when I've kind of gone through them a little bit more. But this is the last pack. Let's see what we got. We have got an off-center message from Princess Leia. We have got the incredible C-3PO, little off-center. Do we have a nice Chewbacca center? That's pretty doggone centered, maybe a touch to the right, but that is worth putting over in the good stack. Ooh. That is a good looking card right there too. A nice Han to finish it up. A little off center, a little high. That looks pretty centered, the advance of the Tuscan Raider. So that's it. Let me just cut away and I'll spare you some of this stuff here. And we'll come up for a little wrap up in just a second. All right, it has been a day or two and I have kind of honed in exactly what my findings. I have to say I'm pretty pleased with kind of looking back through them with a fine-tooth comb, pulling out the readers that I don't know to totally need yet. But when I'm trying to look up close, it's good to see them. But this is the final total of what I'm going to send into PSA. And so I've entered it into the system and I will be packaging it up. This is 60 cards, 60. It's a big load, and by no means do I think that, many of these are going to be 10s, of course, right? Just like the last submission when I got, 4 10s in that Series 3. I've got my eye on maybe, realistically, just knowing that, the level of disappointment, of course, when your expectations and reality, I would say probably maybe 2 to 3 will I get an actual 10. I would like to think, fingers crossed, but I've got my box here. I'm just going to go ahead and return it just the way they were. I'm going to package up my cards just like this with the backing in the back, and I will rubber band them, stick them in here. I'll put some, padding, probably just reuse some of the little styrofoamy type stuff that they have in there. And I will put my 2 copies of the forms and I will fire it off. But I'm sending it in value, 1995, of course, and older. So looking forward to the proceedings. I'm just going to show a quick clip of kind of what PSA, the pop reports for Series 2 look like. I'll do that now. Right here is the pop report for Series 2 of Star Wars. I mean, if you look at the very top, right, you can see Star Wars, all of the things. They just kind of load them up 1 through all 5 series. And you've got Luke Skywalker. You can see it's a pop of 9 for the number 1 card there, the most valuable hot card, right? Then if you look at the general 10s, you've got some 17, 23. There's a few single digits in here, right? But mostly you've got about an average of probably 15 to maybe 20, 25 for 10s of that first series. And then interestingly enough, if you look at card 67 right here, right, and you start looking at these are Series 2 cards. And then you've got a population in the value of 10, or the category of 10 rating. You've got single digits. You've got an 11, but then you got 8, 1 is one special mission for R2-D2, 6, 8, 4, 4, 6, 4, 4. It's very, very interesting with, why Series 2 is so low. Maybe I just don't get it. But obviously Series 1 is the most, coveted. But you've got a bunch of good cards in here. And then if you look down here at like card 120, what is it? 126, you got 0 10s of the quizzical 3PO, and then flanked by Luke in disguise with 3, Rebel Fleet 2, and then finally, right here, Lord Vader and a soldier at 0. But really low numbers. So I just wanted to show you guys that. And so here it is all packaged up. I always like to put the barcodes on either side just to make it painfully easy for them to scan it in and, of course, give me that recognition that it has been received. And then the waiting game begins. So this is officially October 8th, and so I'll be putting it in the mail today, and we will see. But it's going to be probably 3 months or so. But I will post probably a link right here on this, at the end of this to watch it when it does finally come in. But wish me luck. Thanks for watching.